Welcome everybody to 12 quick random comic book story reviews, where I blindly pick a bunch of comic books off one of my shelves. I'll say a few sentences about them with very little spoilers, and then I'll give them a grade. So let's get started with this episode. Okay, first up is Something is Killing the Children. I'm doing the Archer's Peak saga. It's issues 1 to 15, and it delivers a dark, gripping horror story that wastes no time pulling you into the nightmare. At the center of it is Erica Slaughter, who is one extremely unique and fascinating protagonist. Cold, calculating, yet strangely compassionate, she immediately commands attention with those huge eyes and mysterious background. Now, the Archer's Peak saga is a special mix of horror, mystery, and character-driven storytelling. It's not just about the bad guys, it's about the fear of the unknown, the lengths people will go to survive, and the grief families feel towards loss. It's done awesomely. But my favorite aspect of the book is the weight of responsibility. Every main character in this book has pressure to protect someone, from the sheriff, to Erica, to Tommy, but will they buckle? And artist Werther Dell'Edera, his loose, haunting illustrations amplifies the atmosphere really well. The negatives is the character James, and the House of Slaughter starts to drag for me. B+. Okay, up next is Spider-Man Masks. Now, this is the second arc of Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man run from the early 90s. And if you're unaware of McFarlane's abilities, well, you're going to get incredible art and subpar storylines. This two-part story is sensational to look at. It's really just mind-blowing illustrations. However, the plot of the story just repeats over and over again through 2 issues. McFarlane starts out with a great concept but doesn't know where to go with it. It's the same dialogue, phrases repeated constantly. But with all that in mind, it's still somehow pretty good. C. Alright, coming up third is Doom Patrol number 34. It's the soul of a new machine. Now, issue number 34 is hilarious and it's extremely charming. It is so ridiculous and I love it. It's filled with brilliant, subtle, and surreal humor. It's unbelievably clever. It raises big questions like what makes someone human? What is love when you can't physically relate? And how much of identity is body versus mind? All of that is wrapped in Grant Morrison's signature weirdness. It is a perfect single issue. A. Okay, our next book is Thor: Blood of the Fathers, Volume 6. This was the last volume of Donny Cates' Thor run, which I didn't think was great anyway, with Prey being the best arc. However, Gates was involved in an accident, sadly. So writer Thorin Grønbekk takes over, and the series plummets greatly. There's no real direction, it's convoluted, it's messy, and no real conclusion. The storyline with Doctor Doom sucks, with Odin it's stupid, and Black Panther is awful. Utter nonsense, and also the art is a step down. This screams rush job. F. Okay, let's head to Absolute Batman, Volume 1, The Zoo. The story opens with plenty of recognizable characters, but each of them takes on different roles than usual. Like most Elsewhere tales, it's fun to see these new interpretations, though that novelty doesn't always guarantee a strong narrative. For the first few issues, the plot felt like it was just going through the motions, but by issue number 5 and number 6, the story really started to click. Those chapters hit hard, and Snyder, who I'm often critical of, delivers some of his best writing in years. The plot itself is straightforward. Villain threatens Gotham, hero rises to stop him. But there is also an extra layer in the dynamic between the characters that makes it distinctive, especially between Alfred and Bruce. My one lingering issue is that if Bruce isn't a billionaire in this version, how does he still have access to such high-tech, expensive equipment? I mean, come on, the Batmobile converts to a submarine. B. Alright, up next is Savage Avengers. I'm going to review the first 2 volumes of Savage Avengers, which is the first 10 issues. The volumes are called City of Sickles and To Dine with Doom. I heard the announcement for this book and I was ultra excited, but then I saw Jerry Dugan writing it and I became ultra disappointed. Dugan can't write a book with these characters. He's just too soft and cheery to write Punisher and Elektra and Wolverine well. But he didn't do too bad here. The series has a lot of gore and blood and twisted parts and is overall pretty entertaining. Conan is the standout. Now, the team doesn't stick together long, but he's the constant character throughout the first 10 issues. And also, it feels like it's in fast forward. It's like Dugan knew people who read Savage Avengers don't have huge attention spans, so the story goes from one scene to the next in light speed. There's no time to digest what's happening, Kulan Gath is too overpowered, and Doom is a joke. Dugan, stop writing Doom. You don't know what you're doing with him. You have him punching wizards and using his Mauser pistol. See. Okay, let's head to Dark Knights of Steel. I started this series and instantly I was all about it. I was buying everything it was selling. I was all in. The art is stunning. It's full of sweeping landscapes and armor designs and dramatic action that make the story feel like a blend of epic fantasy and superhero drama. I love Batman's backstory and his connection to the royal family. I love the Green Man conflict, Constantine's role, the politics were great, and certainly Zala and her scenes with the Black Lightning royal family were the best. What's especially impressive is how the book avoids feeling like just a gimmick. It had real weight, and I couldn't wait to see where we were going. But that being said, once you hit issue number 9, it's a complete dive. The originality plummets with juvenile, boring ideas, and I will always remember the disappointment I felt as the plot unfolds in the later issues. I'm starting to wonder if Tom Taylor has difficulty ending stories properly. It seems to be a trend with him. Volume 1 is an A, but overall, it's a B-. Okay, let's go to the Eternals. Now, Neil Gaiman isn't my favorite author. I often find him a bit overhyped, but aside from some issues of Sandman, this is my favorite of his works. This Eternal story is clear. It wraps up a lot in just 7 issues, and it's really solid. The plot keeps you engaged as you're never quite sure what's happening until issue 3. Druid and Sprite have some of the standout moments. The Deviants are cool, and the Celestials are understandable, but I do wish the Eternals existed outside the Marvel Universe, as they don't always mesh well with Marvel continuity. But this was during the registration period in Marvel, and Gaiman handles it really well in the story. Overall, I always enjoy reading this book. B. Alright, let's head to Avengers Ultron Unbound. This story starts off with a terrifying scene, and I thought, wow, is this a forgotten gem in comic book history? But no, it got extremely bad, and it got bad real quick. The Avengers themselves don't shine much, and the team dynamic is pathetic. Ultron Unbound ends up being more of a relic of its time, the 90s, than a strong Avengers story. Some people may have issue with the art, but I don't, not as much compared to the writing. Rather than delivering the high-stakes energy found in other Ultron stories, this one feels like a void where inventive storytelling should be, but it's not. F+. Okay, let's head to X Lives of Wolverine and X Deaths of Wolverine. X Lives follows Wolverine as he chases Omega Red through time, while X Deaths of Wolverine serves as a sequel to the Inferno storyline. It's a dense read, it's packed with continuity, and occasionally some missteps in that continuity. In many ways, it rewrites Wolverine's past, but ultimately lands on the same outcomes. Still, the journey is thrilling. I especially love the dynamic between Moira McTaggart, Mystique, and Destiny. Their storyline is incredibly intriguing. It has been for me ever since Hickman started his run. Overall, Deaths of Wolverine is the stronger of the two, but X Lives has standout moments as well, like seeing Xavier's ancestry through the years, and the final fight with Omega Red is truly badass. A lot of effort was put into this book, and I appreciate that. Fantastic art, and I think it was a good time. B-. Okay, let's head to Immortal Hulk Volume 2. Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk has been praised so much that many treat it like an instant classic, making it feel almost taboo to criticize. But looking at Volume 2, issues number 11 to 20, the flaws are hard to ignore. It starts with Hulk in Hell, a storyline that leans heavily on religious theory, but ultimately falls flat. Those 3 issues just aren't really strong. Much of the volume drags with Hulk and Doc Samson walking and talking endlessly, while the overall plot becomes repetitive. Hulk loses his gamma and then dies, then gains it back and resurrects. It's over and over again. That said, there are still highlights. Bushwhacker is always entertaining when he shows up. Reporter Jackie McGee remains a strong presence. The Rick Jones material is excellent, and Joe Bennett's artwork consistently delivers a powerful Hulk. But stepping back, Immortal Hulk Volume 2 just doesn't live up to the hype. C. Alright, let's end this episode with Swamp Thing Volume 6. This is the final story arc of Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is not on Earth in this book. He is in space. But can he get home? The journey opens with My Blue Heaven, issue number 56. It's a haunting narrative on isolation, creativity, and the need for connection, both melancholy and breathtakingly beautiful. The rest of the story arcs in this volume bridge the cosmic and the personal. Here, Moore explores Swamp Thing's odyssey across strange alien landscapes and bizarre dimensions as he struggles to reestablish a body and a sense of self. And rather than ending on shock or spectacle, Moore leaves the book in a place of peace, wholeness, and possibility. We all want Swamp Thing on Earth, but Moore does a Swamp Thing space story better than anyone ever could. B+. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching this episode. But I'll be back real soon with another 12 quick, random comic book story review.